electrical comparator. So after completion of the mechanical comparators, we are going to see regarding the electrical comparator. So first we will see the main parts. I am coming on my right side. Component under rest, work table, electrical mains, reading, recording head, comparator head adjustment handle, and in between you are seeing the flange. This is the figure for an electrical comparator. So the principle of an electrical comparators. This is the circuit diagram. AC supply, L1, L2, stylus, amplifier, meter calibrated to read displacement. Wheatstone bridge. See, this is an Wheatstone bridge diagram. In the figure you will see the A, B, C, D and R1, R2, R3, R4 voltage you are seeing here in the Wheatstone bridge circuit. The principle of electrical comparator. Now we will see. The principle involves converting the linear displacement of the measuring stylus into an electric output. This principle involves the converting of linear displacement of the measuring stylus into an electric output. A Wheatstone bridge circuit is used for this comparator. We will use a Wheatstone circuit for this comparator. When the circuit is balanced, no current is detected. Hence, the following condition will exist: R1 equal to R3, R2, R4. Electrical comparators are extremely sensitive and are capable of high magnifications up to 30,000. Principles of electrical comparator. If one of these resistors is varied, then imbalance in the circuit will result in the current flow through the galvanometer. What will happen? If one of these resistors is varies, then imbalance in the circuit will result. Then the current flow through the galvanometer. By arranging the variable resistors on a measuring head, the mechanism is formed. The galvanometer may be calibrated to read linear displacement. The Wheatstone bridge circuit is suitable for only DC supply. The Wheatstone circuit is used to supply only DC supply. Principle of electrical comparator continuation. Although the operating principle is same, certain modification is that the resistors are replaced by inductors, two of which are incorporated in the measuring head. When the stylus moves vertically, the circuit will become imbalanced. This is due to the movement of iron armature between the inductors L1 and the L2. After the completion of an electrical comparator, we are going to see regarding the optical comparator. So, what is meant by optical comparator? We will see. An instrument that projects a magnified image on a part feature onto a screen for inspection. It is also known as an optical projector. An instrument that projects a magnified image of a part feature onto a screen for inspection is also known as a optical projector. In an optical comparator, the item to be inspected is placed in a path of light in such a manner that it passes by an edge of the object. I repeat, in an optical comparator, the item to be inspected is placed in a path of light in such a manner that it passes by an edge of the object. The light path may be horizontal or vertical. Horizontal light paths are to inspect small, lightweight objects. Horizontal light paths are to be inspected small, lightweight objects. Vertical light paths are for larger, heavier objects. The light is captured by a lens which passes the light beam along, magnifying the image and displaying it on a glass screen. The image is viewed through a magnifying lens. The image is an inverted turn around one. With the use of additional lenses in the path of the light, the problems can be corrected. See the figure of an optical comparator. Light source, condenser, index, projecting lens, mirror, pivot, lever, plunger and the scale. This is a figure regarding the optical comparator. This is the measuring instrument. This utilizes, see, plunger, tilted mirror, objective lens or projection lens, prism, observing eyepiece, next. The mirror is mounted on a knife edge. It can be tilted about the fulcrum by any linear vertical movement of the contact plunger. It can be tilted about the fulcrum by any linear vertical movement of the contact plunger. Small displacements of the plunger are amplified by a mechanical system. The mechanical movement is further amplified by a simple optical system. The mechanical movement is further amplified by a simple optical system. The mechanical system causes a plane reflector to tilt about an axis. The image of an index is projected on a scale on the inner surface of a ground glass screen. In this system, mechanical amplification is L2 by L1. Optical amplification is L2 by L1 into X2. Principle: mechanical amplification is multiplied by 2 because if the mirror is tilted by an angle sigma theta, then the image will be tilted by 2x sigma theta. Thus, overall magnification of the system is 2x into L2 by L1 into L4 by L3. The important point is that mirror used must be of fringe reflection type and not of normal bag reflection type. See here the principle of an optical comparator. Plunger, knife edge, mirror, objective, scale index, eyepiece, light source, external mirror, scale, prism, index and reflected image. A beam of light passes through a graticle. The movement of mirror causes the scale to move up or down past a translucent screen. The eyepiece views the image after reflection from the plunger actuated mirror. The image of the scale and the index line could also be viewed through a projection system. The overall magnification of the comparator is given by 2f by d x eyepiece magnification, where f is the focal length of the lens, d is the distance between the knife edge and the plunger. See, this is a figure of an optical comparator, an actual figure. Optical comparator. This is also the figure. I am making a zoom such that you can see clearly. Advantages. Optical magnification provides high degree of measuring precision, better wear resistance qualities. It is also free from friction, bending, wear, etc. Optical comparators are used for checking simple, complex form, counters, and the shapes. I repeat, simple, complex form, counters, shapes. An illuminated scale is provided to take readings without regard to the room lighting conditions. These are also used to magnify very small parts such as needles, saw teeth, screw threads, etc. These are also used to magnify very small parts such as needles, saw teeth, screw threads, etc. It provides a simple means of measuring angle, radii, concentricity, and the parallelism. I repeat, angle, radii, concentricity, parallelism. The ease with which a multiplicity of dimensions can be checked simultaneously. This is regarding the optical comparator. After completion of an optical comparator, we are going to see regarding the pneumatic comparator. Working principle. The working principle of pneumatic comparator depends on the flow of air between the gear shed and the component being checked. The working principle of pneumatic comparator depends on the flow of air between the gear shed and the component being checked. It uses a controlled pressurized jet of air to measure small dimensional variation in the size of the component. A master gauge of known accuracy is used to compare with the component reading. Important characteristics of a pneumatic comparator. Now we will see. Very high magnifications are possible. It can be used to measure diameters, length, squareness, parallelism, concentricity, taper, other geometric conditions. It can be used to measure diameters, length, squareness, parallelism, concentricity, taper, other geometric conditions. Characteristics continuation. Internal dimensions can be readily measured. Internal dimensions can be readily measured. While measuring a bore, it can reveal complete details of size, taper, straightness, camber, bell mouth, etc. I repeat, size, taper, straightness, camber, bell mouth, etc. It is the independent of the operator skill. Some more important characteristics now we will see. High pressure air cleaning of the parts helps to eliminate errors due to dirt and foreign matters. High pressure air cleaning of the parts helps to eliminate error due to dirt and foreign matters. Foreign matters is nothing but an dust particles that which is present in the atmosphere. As there is no physical contact made either with the setting edge or the part being measured, there is no loss of accuracy. Gauging pressures can be kept sufficiently low to prevent part deflection. Dimensional variations throughout the length of the shaft of the cylinder bore can be explored for out of roundness, taper, concentricity, regularity and other conditions. I repeat, out of roundness, taper, concentricity, regularity and other similar conditions. So for mass production it is accurate, flexible, reliable, universal and a speedy device. I repeat, for the mass production it is accurate, flexible, reliable, universal, speedy device. It is best suited for checking multiple dimensions and conditions on a part simultaneously in least possible time. It is best suited for checking multiple dimensions and conditions on a part simultaneously in least possible time. It can be easily used for line measurement of parts as they are being machined and take corrective actions. Air filter, control orifice, flexible tube, measuring jets, air escaping outside, manometer tube, work being measured, water tank, deep tube, excess air bubbling on the top, air filter compression. Solex pneumatic comparator. This instrument is produced commercially by Solex Air Gas Limited. This is generally designed for internal measurements. With suitable measuring head It can be used for external gauging also. The arrangement used in Solex gauge is to pass the high pressure air after filtering through a flow valve. So this is the figure of an Solex pneumatic comparator. As you have already seen, working principle. It consists of a tank in which the water is filled up to a certain level and deep tube is immersed into it up to a depth corresponding to air pressure. The figure, it is represented by H. Air is sent at higher pressure than required one. Some air will leak out from the dip tube and bubble out of water. The air moving towards the control orifice will be at desired constant pressure H. The diameter being measured at any instant is corresponding to the position against two jets. To find the concentricity, roundness of any job, the workpiece may be revolved around the measuring gauge. Advantages: comparators can be checked without contact surfaces, need little skill to operate, no limit of the size of the work that can be tested, dimensional variations can be controlled, close tolerance. I repeat, comparators can be checked without contact to surfaces, needs little skill to operate, no limit to the size of the work that can be tested, dimensional variations can be controlled with closer tolerances. So in the class we have learned principle of pneumatic comparator, working principle of Solex pneumatic comparator, advantages,
So in this diagram we see an electrical comparators and their elements. What are the elements? There are two coils, coil 1 and coil 2. There is a plunger, there is an arm, there is an armature, and there is a flexible strip. These are the basic components. Now in this diagram we can see the movement of the plunger more clearly. This is the plunger. One end of this plunger is connected to coil B and the other end of the plunger is connected to coil A. The armature is exactly placed midway between the two coils A and B, and this armature is connected through thin steel strips. These coils A and B are connected to an Wheatstone bridge. Now generally electrical comparators depend on a Wheatstone bridge circuit for measurement. What is Wheatstone bridge principle? Wheatstone bridge principle states that a direct current consisting of 4 resistors, 2 on each arm, is balanced when the ratio of their resistances in the two arms are equal. That means there are 4 resistors R1, R2, R3, R3 and Rx. These two are known resistors, R3 is variable resistors and Rx is unknown resistor, and it is connected to a battery. You can see the battery here. The points P1 and P2 is connected by a galvanometer. Now the principle states that when the ratio of the resistors, that is ratio of R1 by R2, R1 by R2 is equal to R3 by Rx, then the Wheatstone bridge is in a balanced condition. In a balanced condition, no current will flow through this galvanometer. The current flowing through this galvanometer will be 0. When the bridge is unbalanced, then only current will flow from P1 to P2. Now the plunger is the sensing element in an electrical comparator, apart from the electrical part, we are having a mechanical part. The mechanical part consists of the sensing element, which is the plunger, the movement of which displaces an armature inside a pair of coils. The movement of the plunger, you can see the movement of the plunger here. The movement of the plunger, if this plunger moves, what will it do? It will strike the armature, as a result of which this armature will not be in a balanced condition. That means the armature will either move towards coil A or towards coil B, as a result of which the balanced condition will be disturbed. So here it says the plunger is the sensing element, the movement of which displaces an armature inside a pair of coils. The movement of the armature causes change in inductance in the two coils, resulting in a net change in inductance. Now I have already stated that the armature is placed midway between the coils A and B. When this plunger disturbs or deflects this armature, the armature will move either towards coil A or towards coil B, as a result of which the balance condition is disturbed and an inductance will develop. The movement of the armature will change or cause a change in the inductance of the two coils, resulting in a net charge in the inductance. Initially there was no charge, as it was placed midway and it was in balanced condition. As the armature moves towards either coil A or coil B, the balance condition is broken, as a result of which there is a change in inductance of the two coils. Now this change in inductance imbalances the bridge circuit. I have already stated that when the Wheatstone bridge circuit is in a balanced condition, current flowing through the galvanometer is 0. But when there is an imbalance or the balance condition is broken, there will be an output. What is the output? A current will flow through this galvanometer. The output display device, whether it is analog or digital, is calibrated to show the readings in units of length, that is linear displacement. This electrical signal can be read from a display unit, which is calibrated to show the readings in units of length. That means the movement of the plunger causes displacement of the armature. The displacement of the armature causes change in the inductance of the two coils. As the inductance changes, the balance condition of the Wheatstone bridge is broken. When the balance condition is broken, a current flows through the galvanometer. Whether we are using current flowing through the galvanometer will give an output. Now that output can be read from a display unit. It can be either analog or it can be in the form of digital, and it is generally calibrated in units of length, that is, it will show linear displacement. Now what are the advantages of an electrical comparator? Now these electrical comparators are widely used because of their instantaneous response and convenience to amplify the input. That means the moment there is a change in the plunger movement, that response can be seen immediately on the scale. That is, the response rate is very fast. The moment the plunger moves, we can see it or read it from the display unit. And in between the movement and the reading of the display unit, the armature moves, the balance condition is broken, there is change in the inductance of the two coils, and a current flows through the galvanometer. Very high magnification possible with these comparators. That means the magnification that is possible is very high. That means the small displacement of the comparator is magnified many times. And we can see that there are less number of moving parts compared to mechanical comparators. When there are less number of moving parts, there will be less friction, less wear and tear, and more accurate reading. That means its accuracy will increase. More sensitive towards vibration. More sensitive towards vibration means a small displacement can be displayed on the or read from the display unit. The instrument is very compact in design. That means it is very small and compact, unlike other comparators. What are the disadvantages? The first point is it is quite expensive compared to mechanical comparators. That means costlier than mechanical comparators. An external source of energy is required. We require an external source of energy, and since the coils get heated, the accuracy may be effective. If the coil temperature rises, or if the heating takes place for a longer time, the accuracy will be effective. Thank you.